we go. Rash Maldonado, match number 2 here in Fair Lawn at AMF Riviera Lanes. See how Maldonado responds after that dramatic roll-off victory in match 1.
Well, and there's the ball change. Just went to his Black Widow ghost.
Bowling out of Parkside Lanes in Aurora, Illinois, 2012 Tournament of Champions winner, Shawn Rash.
Well, 3 shows in a row here at the Tournament of Champions, and he's a past winner, winning in 2012. Strong showings in majors this season for Shawn Rash, as he did finish second at the Players' Championship. But now, because of his finals appearance here, he's locked in the playoffs. He's made more money than he did last year. And he said, you know what? One of the biggest reasons why I want to win is because I just love to prove people wrong.
Yeah, Renee.
Let's see if he does that today here, partner. It's going to be fun to watch Shawn Rash in action again.
All week.
Shawn, the number 3 seed, and I think that's one of the best seeds to have in a stepladder finals. I always enjoyed the 3 seed.
Rash starts his day with a strike. 10 goes late. Shawn Rash got a rooting section here today in Fair Lawn. A local high school program came out to watch him practice
for being here, for all the players, all the high school kids, for being for the 8 teams. 1, 2, 3, Avon Lake. What do we say? 1, 2, 3, Avon Lake!
All right. He's bumped up. They're ready to go. Kimberly has more.
Guys, so we just saw Shawn Rash in that video at the break in a huddle with students wearing Team Rash t-shirts. Well, they're actually part of 8 local high schools, bowling teams that were given the chance to come and cheer on a pro throughout qualifying this week. So it's only right that Avon Lake High School, who picked Shawn Rash, is here in attendance today to continue the support of their guy.
And they are pumped up, Kimberly, no question. It's a great story. Avon Lake is here. Shawn Rash is here as well, making his presence felt with the early double.
All right, that same reactive ball on the right lane from Maldonado.
That about?
Look at how sideways he gets to the foul line, and I think that's part of the reason why he has to have that little hop in there. I'd have to ask Coach Mark Baker why exactly Maldonado has that little hop, and I'm sure Mark's watching. Maybe he'll send me a text.
Oh, he's watching all right, and he'll text you. Left lane, he didn't like this one. Oh, that's why.
Yeah, it looked like he got it in. Sorry, it looked like he got it in, and then that ball just kind of hit a strip of oil and never came up out of that full skid to the pocket. So that's what happens with urethane. Urethane drags oil down the lane. It dries up the front part of the lane. The players then switch to reactive balls that are much stronger, and that forces them more towards the center part of the lane.
Very tough conversion. 10-pin stands, open frame for Maldonado.
Never seen the 2-8 clipped quite like that before.
All right, good shots here.
Wow.
Interesting.
And the process.
You see if Shawn Rash can take advantage of the open frame arsenal for Shawn.
He's using the UFO alert.
Right lane, third frame. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tattoos the 1-3 pocket. And 60 feet to success for Rash. Looking good to begin the match.
You know where we're at right now? We're halfway to a PBR 6-pack.
Man, I hope we get there.
It's worth $2,000.
You said you liked the number 3 seed. Why?
So you get that first game under your belt, and then you have 2 more games on television, and you know what the lanes are doing. You know how they're breaking down. I think it's an advantage.
Interesting.
It's so hard to win from the top seed.
Doesn't happen much. Oh. Okay, we've seen this before.
Twins.
Wait, say it again. Avon Lake is rooting him on. Tough to cover it. Won't. So he and Maldonado both leave the 10-pin, the same lead with a 2-8-10.
That was a pretty good shot.
We got a new match here. Interesting emotions for Maldonado today. It's been up and down. Did knock off Rash by 15 pins in match play. Crossing over, 6-10.
Yep, head scratching. It's already started. You know, if he thought he threw it bad, he would have just come back and went, man, come on, make some better shots. But I think he actually liked that.
All right, 6-10. We had some adventurous spare conversions in this event today. Man, I can't wait. Ronda Rousey, WWE. It's awesome. All right, that's an awesome shot from Maldonado. A nice bounce back on the left lane.
Well, it looks like he moved farther in on this shot and then tried to soften up the speed to get it to come around the corner.
Rash up 10, but works on an open frame here, looking for the bounce back. Instead, punished with a 2-10.
And now it does it on the right lane.
Again.
Lanes are transitioning, and the players are being challenged here today in Fairlawn, Ohio.
And 15.2% conversion rate.
Oh, whips.
And those stats are brought to us by Lane Talk.
In a slugfest, but very close match. Rash tries to bounce back and does. Here we go. Wrap up match 2. 2-pin differential. Maldonado, Rash head-to-head. 6 for Maldonado. Up 2 pins, trying to go up by 12 against their future Hall of Famer. Shown on the 2016 U.S. Open show in Vegas. Won by Frankie Lavoie.
That's
he
good.
Won 2 matches that night. Then Lavoie threw a 300 at him. 9-pin, wiggles, does not fall. So Shawn has major TV experience before today here in Akron.
Yeah, he's jumped way in, trying to get it farther to the right to try to find some friction. He liked that shot and drifted high, almost like 4-9. Another nice break for Maldonado. Look out.
All right. Single pin. Spare conversions have been an adventure today. Cannot widen the gap. Second title was last year, the 2021 Lubbock Sports Open, after winning in Tampa at the World Series of Bowling just over a year ago. Nice looking shot. Those pins had no chance. Blitzes the rack right into the 1-3 pocket. Perfect location.
To me, this is a telling shot for Shawn Rash. Remember last time he went light on this lane, leaving the 210.
For the lead. 10 pin. Yeah, Messenger. Takes out number 10. And Rash is on top.
And you can see by strike track, he got that one a little farther to the right. Comes ripping back, and then, well, what happens in the pit, as you can see, a Snickers satisfying moment.
I'll take my second, please.
He's working on a strike, and then the head pin gets all primeval on the 10. Tell you what, I could use a Snickers right about now.
Oh, man, me too. Satisfying moment of the match. Sponsored by Snickers. Nothing satisfies like a Snickers. All right, up 8. Stretch run. No re-racks left for Shawn Rash. Still up by 18 pins. And the turkey. Hang on a moment. Gonna try this again.
Through the process.
Last time I did that with my shirt, I had a bee in it. But that was outside playing golf.
Did you get stung?
We're inside, so not really sure what went down Shawn's shirt, but yeah, and the bee did sting me, by the way. Yeah.
Hope you're not allergic. Big shot. Nope. Didn't like it, that's why.
Got a split.
Man, 4, 7, 10.
That was really good again. Had the split.
Full penalty.
So good.
He's going to try to get the ball over here to the left side of the 4-pin and cut it into the 10.
Never know.
It's not easy. 1.4%,
Wow.
according to Lane Talk.
All right, so 10 pin up does not convert. The match changes again. We've gone back and forth in match number 2, as was the case in our first match with Tommy Jones and Shawn Maldonado. Another open frame. Rash has got 3. 1 for Maldo. That was in the 3rd frame. So now working on strike after his roll-off win in match 1. Maldonado can go up by 17 pins. Right lane, yes. Just enough.
Well, the lanes are getting tricky, and that's because the first game, both players used urethane, carried oil down the lane, and so they're getting a little goofy. These players, the lowest average for our 5 on today's telecast was just over 228. And I expected high scores, but you can see what happens when urethane bowling balls are used, depending on the topography and the oil pattern that the players are bowling on. Big strike from Maldonado right here. He can take the lead up to 27.
Oh, no.
He didn't like it at all. Pretty good shot. And some help with a 10 pin. Oh, no. The messenger across the deck takes out the 10.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Back to Shawn Rash. Strikes.
Well, he needs to strike out to force Maldonado to mark in the 10th frame.
Come on, one good shot here.
Four pin.
Gave him too many chances.
Well,
Bottom line, Shawn, you're right.
yep, 3 open frames. He doesn't have a spare in this game.
That's amazing. Poor Ben. Well, Shawn told us yesterday, winning a major is just like climbing the mountaintop. There's nothing quite like that feeling. He is now in a huge hole to try to make that happen in match number 2. At a Hall of Fame caliber career.
Man, the way he started off with the first 3, I thought he was going to just light him up. And then all of a sudden, his ball reaction was going everywhere. Shawn Maldonado is going to move on to take on Dom Barrett. Remember, the last 2 Tournament of Champions, 2020, 2021, they were won by players who climbed the ladder. Francois Lavoie did it last year, and Chris Prather, our number 1 seed, did it in 2020.
So maybe a 3rd straight year with Shawn Maldonado, who's knocked off Jones, and now Shawn Rash will take on Great Britain's Dom Barrett, who today is trying for the Triple Crown. A great champion in his own right is about to take center stage here in Fair Lawn, Ohio. So, with a roll-off, Maldonado beats Jones, then takes down Shawn Rash. Next up, Dom Barrett. And the winner will take on our top seed, 2020 TOC champ, Chris Prather. Dom Barrett, over the pond from Great Britain, set to compete on the huge stage today here on Fox.